Very interesting story here. A cybersecurity consultant is causing a major stir. He claims to have hacked airplane computer systems. Chris Roberts says he was able to take control of an aircraft engine during a flight. He did that, he says, by gaining access through in-flight entertainment systems at least, get this, 15 times. We're here to discuss this troubling claim is Matti Kon. He's the CEO of InfoTech and a cybersecurity expert. Welcome to Arise America. I got to
Thanks for having me, Julian.
Yeah, this interests really a lot of people here. We've talked with experts and heard many that said this is absolutely ridiculous. This could not possibly happen. What do you say about this?
Well, first of all, I hope it didn't happen, because God help us if it did. But it does seem a bit far-fetched. Maybe it would help a little bit to understand what actually Mr. Roberts is offering. Mm-hmm. If you can see here, this is what we call an electronic control box. Okay. I don't know if you can see that on TV. You can see a better view if you look at the plane seat where it's located underneath the plane. Okay? When Mr. Robert claims that he took an Ethernet cable, this is an Ethernet cable, modified, not sure how he modified it, there are 8 pair of wires, plugged it into this box, plugged it on the other side into his laptop, and some miraculous program, he found his way to the airplane entertainment system, which is hooked to the airplane control system, and made the plane wiggle left to right. It does sound a bit far-fetched.
Okay, so you're basically saying you don't think this could possibly happen.
I hope not.
In case of this kind of thing happening, they say, you have a more intricate mouse, you build a better mousetrap. In this particular case, with all sorts of things happening technology-wise, is it possible that any airline passenger could hack into the system, maybe with a different kind of means and method?
It does not seem to be realistic the way it has been described. I don't see somebody sitting on a United airplane flight with a screwdriver, unscrewing boxes, connecting cables, connecting laptops without anybody saying something. I don't see a plane wiggling left and right and the pilot not reacting. I don't see it being done 14 to 20 times, as he claimed, without somebody saying something. And I definitely don't think Mr. Roberts is concerned about our national security if he publishes it on Twitter instead of going to the authorities very quietly and saying, look, gentlemen, I found something. I have a concern. I'd like the concern to be addressed.
Okay, maybe we need to put this to rest right now in this particular case here. But obviously, he has some concern or he has some other end game that we don't know about at this particular point in time. The question, though, is when it comes to cybersecurity and hackers, is there anything that you know of right now where people need to be concerned about, or the airline experts industry needs to be concerned about when it comes to hacking that would put a plane in jeopardy?
Not that I know of. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Not that I personally know of.
So at this particular time, you're saying this is just all a hoax. Nothing's happening with this at all. And
I'm careful with statement. My personal opinion, it seems fishy.
Let me ask you a question. There's been a lot of concern about the use of electronics on airplanes. There was a point where you were not allowed to use any sort of smartphone or anything during the operation of a flight. They've basically relaxed some of those rules. Are you concerned?
We have Wi-Fi on planes.
Well, are you concerned that the use of Wi-Fi on airplanes that might interact electronically with the control systems of a plane?
I am personally not concerned. I would assume that smart people are establishing these systems and that the Wi-Fi system is an independent, separate system from the flight control system and that there's no connection between them. That is what I'm led to believe. That's what most of us believe is the case.
What about electronics in general, though, Matti?
I think that today it's far less of a concern than it was in the beginning. I think only during landing and takeoffs that we're being asked to switch the devices that transmit anything in order, I think usually not to interrupt the pilots. But I don't think it is a concern today.
Well, lastly, what was the initial concern then over these devices?
It's a good question. I think when it started, I think people not always knew the concern, and better safe than sorry. And as the time passed, people realized that maybe there isn't so much risk, and it can be done and it can be managed. And today the airlines are managing it well. Not only they're managing it, they're offering you Wi-Fi, they're offering you internet services on the plane.
Well, I tell you, people are breathing a sigh of relief according to what you're saying and other experts. We hope that this holds true, that nothing can happen as a result of this.
I do hope that this is nothing but a hoax and a publicity stunt.
All right, thanks for the show and tell. Matti Kon, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
All righty.